In this video, we're going to go through the store cupboard essentials. So these are things, in my opinion, we can stock up on, keep them in the presses, and we'll always be using them throughout the recipes. So the first is our carbohydrates. They're the likes of our rice, our pasta, our couscous. We can buy these in bulk. We'll often save some money if we buy them in larger quantities, store them in the press, and we'll always be using them throughout the year. Moving on to kind of sauce and stews, stock cubes we'll always use. So whether they're chicken, beef, or vegetable, stock them up, keep them in the press. You'll use them for soups, for stews, for sauces. And then two main ingredients that are very, very cheap but very commonly used are our tinned tomatoes and our coconut milk. So for like a bolognese or a curry or a chili con carne, any recipes you have, you will usually use chopped tomatoes. Tomato puree is another one to add in there as well, but these tins are only a couple of cents to buy in store, and we'll often pay much more for the branded labels of those, like bolognese jars or carbonara sauces, when they're just simply a couple of cents to make and a few tips and tricks in the kitchen themselves. Olive oil is what I always use, an extra virgin olive oil. You can use your coconut oil or butter or rapeseed oils. There's tons of options to have. Have them in the press, store them up, and they will last you a lifetime. Soy sauce is something that we'll really commonly use. It'll be used throughout the recipes. Soy sauce, Worcester, oyster sauce, these kind of Asian themes, Asian sauces, regularly used, great shelf life. So have them in the press, have them in the cupboard, and we'll always be adding them to bits and pieces in the kitchen themselves. The final few bits are the kind of common things we need in the house. So sugar and honey, vinegar is another option there. Again, no harm having them. We'll often need them for teas or coffees or baking if we're using any honey. And then finally, we have our tins. So again, really cheap to buy, great for bulking up any vegetarian dishes or soups or stews. Chickpeas, kidney beans, great sources of protein. And then also tin tuna. It's what I really like to use. If I'm stuck for a protein source, I'll add a tin of tuna. Again, I get the one in brine in salted water, not in the sunflower oil. If you want more calories, you can add in the sunflower oil one as well. But handy to have, great shelf life, very small and packs away neatly, and really cheap to get. So again, it's just a quick summary of what we should be looking to have. If you're going off shopping, keep an eye for these, see if you have them at home, and we'll be using them throughout the recipes themselves.